What's going on now, Sports Nation? Welcome back to the live stream. And today we're going to be talking about what the heck is going on with the Atlanta Hawks. Here we go. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the live stream. And today, let's see who we got in the chat. We got 10 people here already. What is going on, guys? We got Ethan JT, DC Vlogs LSU, Sports Talk with a Common Nintendo, Antelope Sports, Andrew Thomas, Ethan the Sports Kid, Antelope Sports, Sportmaker, Neo. What's going on, guys? And today, what the heck is going on with the Atlanta Hawks? So first, I want to ask what you guys think is the main problem with the Atlanta Hawks. That is my first question. What do you guys think about the Atlanta Hawks? What is our main issue? Well, no, the skit tournament's not canceled. I just haven't had a lot of time to deal with it. So I just want to think what you guys think is our main problem. Have I ever been to the Mercedes-Benz Stadium? Yes, I have, actually. What's going on, Kickfinity? Sports Talk with a Com and Nintendo says Cam Reddish not leading up to expectation. I completely agree. 100%. Sports Talk says Trae Young against the Hornets. Yeah, he was terrible. Horrible. Awful. I mean, Trae Young, that was probably one of his worst games his whole career. I mean, that game, it was terrible. That was painful to watch. Games with Trae Young are not normally painful to watch, but that game was extremely painful to watch. Who did you go see? I went to, it was the Falcons and the Bucks last year. It was Falcons Bucks last year. Celtics are on a 3-game winning streak. That is true. What's going on, David? Yeah, Mercedes, it is a huge stadium. It's gigantic. I've also been to State Farm Arena. And so, let me tell you guys what I think is the main problem, which I think is glaringly obvious. But maybe you guys haven't figured out yet, but I definitely have. The main problem to me is Lloyd Pierce's rotations. Lloyd Pierce's rotations are absolutely abysmal. His rotations are horrible. He has no clue what he's doing with his rotations. Brandon Goodwin and Solomon Hill should never be on the court at the same time. Those two are not good enough to both be on the court at the same time. All right, peace out, Mr. Breezy. Enjoy your sweating. Have I ever been to the Georgia Dome? No, unfortunately. Wait, actually, no. Never mind. I had toured the Georgia Dome, actually. All right, peace out, Antelope. Lloyd Pierce has the worst technique when it comes to rotations. Yeah, Nets and Sixers, that should be really good. His rotations are tragic. Like I said, let me read you guys the minutes from the previous game. Brandon Goodwin plays too much, first of all. He got 20 minutes. Brandon Goodwin got 20 minutes last night. 20. That is way too much. Let's look at the bench minutes against the Knicks. Even 8 minutes for Goodwin is too much. He's not good enough to be playing those kind of minutes. I mean, there's no reason. Solomon Hill should not be playing 10 minutes. Nobody on the bench should be playing more than 5 to 10 minutes. 10 minutes is max. They should be playing more like 5 or 6. But especially not Brandon Goodwin or Solomon Hill. That's just tragic. What's going on, Ethan JT? What was your reaction when my Eagles won that divisional round in 2017-2018 season on the last play when Julio slipped? I was not happy at all. I was very mad. What's going on, Spider96? The players are fine. Rotations are abysmal. The only player is not fine is Cam Reddish. He cannot hit threes worth a crap. His three-point shooting is awful. Now, we're not going to do that right now, David. His three-point shooting is absolutely awful. Vibin says we got the Hornets again on Saturday. Yeah, we do. It's time to get revenge. For real, I wanted him over Rui Hachimura, but I regret it. Same. He cannot shoot threes. It's horrendous. DeAndre Hunter at least can hit open threes. 95% of the time, in my opinion, DeAndre Hunter can hit open threes. Cam Reddish, his open threes are probably like probably less than 50% accurate. And those are his wide open threes. And this is irrelevant to the topic, but I hit 200 subs. That's cool. What happened to Bruno Fernandez? That's a great question. He's actually been playing pretty solid. And, of course, he didn't get any – I don't think he got any minutes last night. And I don't believe he was injured. So I do not know why he was in the game, why he wasn't in the game. Cam Reddish, he's a problem. With Brandon Goodwin, he played well last night. Although he played too long, he did play well last night. He was pretty good. He definitely stepped up when he needed to. I don't know why he didn't have any minutes. That's a great question. But, I don't know if we need a new coach just specifically for rotations. Maybe Nate McMillan needs to take over that. And, of course, Gordon Hayward he had a career high. What are you going to do about that? The dude wasn't missing. He had 45. When it's not, I'm not sure if he's their best player. He definitely was after last night. But he had a career high. What are you going to do about that? There's nothing you can do. Give me a second, guys. Okay, I'm back. John Collins, he is a bright spot. He had a great game last night. But, of course, it was irrelevant. His game was irrelevant to the overall sucking that was the Hawks last night. We need a better head coach. Yeah, I say promote Nate McMillan to the head coaching spot because there's no reason he should be an assistant to Lloyd Pierce. That's just ridiculous. Better head coach would be ideal. I would hire Mark Jackson if I was your Hawks. Hang on, let me look him up. Mark Jackson. He played for New York, the Clippers. Does he have any coaching experience, though? He coached Golden State for a little bit. I wasn't completely sure who he was, so I had to look him up. Yeah, John Collins, his game was irrelevant to the score because he still lost by 8 or so. But he was part of the comeback. Clint Capella had a great rebounding game. I don't know why he had trouble scoring on Bismack Biyombo, but that's I don't know. He had 19 rebounds, but there's no reason why he wasn't scoring constantly on Bismack Biyombo. He's like 2 or 3 inches taller than him. That's a big advantage when you're a center. He brought the toughness to Golden State. He sure did. Yeah, we definitely need heart. If you saw the players last night, when we were down 20 or 24, 25, they didn't care. They were just gunning up shots, especially Trae Young. Trae Young showed no heart last night at all. Do you know the biggest animal in the world is blue whale? Weight 400,000 pounds, 94 feet long. That's pretty massive. Trae Young had no heart last night, which upset me because he didn't even look like he wanted to be there. I mean, Bogdanovich, he started okay, but no, he's just been awful. I don't know what his problem is either. Let's see if there's an injury report for today's practice. I don't know if they already put out an injury report or not today. They did not yet. Clint Capella, he rebounded well. He had almost 20 rebounds. That's definitely good. I can't diss him for getting 19 rebounds. We can't do much better than that. But our whole team was just lost. Just like we were against the Cavs and Knicks. We just weren't there. Lloyd Pierce pretty much screwed up against the Knicks and the Cavs. That was all Lloyd. Hornets, that was the players and Lloyd. The players had no heart, and neither did Lloyd. Lloyd's rotations they still suck. That's just bad. His rotations suck. And they always will. I don't see him fixing his rotation problem. I mean, that's something that you have to work on. And he doesn't seem to want to improve his rotations whatsoever. How do you lose to the Knicks and the both at home? Both at home. I could understand losing one of those at home because the Knicks are playing pretty good, but you can't lose to the Cavs at home. Cavs and Hornets at home is completely unacceptable. Bradley Beal went off last night, and they still lost by 5. How do you score 60 and still lose? That seems impossible. Seems impossible to score 60 and still lose. The main problem is the 3-point shooting and our injuries. Injuries are a big problem too. Because pretty much 90, or not really 90, but 75 to 80% of the guys we signed over the offseason are hurt. Did we do any sort of physicals at all? Rajon Rondo, he can't stay healthy. Chris Dunn is having surgery, or he had surgery, and he's going to have to rehab from that. And who else? Danilo Gallinari sprained his ankle. He's out for a few weeks. The injuries are not helpful. They're not helping at all. That's not necessarily on Lloyd. That's probably the only thing that's not his fault. A lot of things are his fault. Injuries are not one of them. There's nothing he can do about injuries. You can't control that. And just losing 3 straight after you just went on the road and beat Brooklyn, and you come home with all the momentum and you just lay an egg for 3 straight games. I don't know how that happens. You have all the momentum, all the hype in the world. You just beat one of the best teams in the East. And then you go to lose to some of the worst teams in the East. I mean, it just makes no sense. You dominate the scoreboard against Brooklyn, and then you just completely fold at home against teams you should beat. But we get a 2-day break. Hopefully we'll get our mindsets right. And we go head-to-head again in Charlotte at 7 o'clock on Saturday. Hopefully we'll get ourselves together. Because that performance, I never want to see that again. 11 points in 1 quarter of basketball. The first quarter, we were down 16, 27-11. 11 points. I'm pretty sure I could score 11 points by myself in the first quarter. No, I'm not monetized yet, no. I need to get more watch hours. I just don't see he could have all the momentum in the world and then go and just get completely dominated by those 3 teams. It makes no sense. How does that even happen? I don't understand it. It's unacceptable. If you want to take a step up in this league, you have to win those games at home. A 45-year-old will be able to score 11 points in a quarter. That's true. Literally anyone would do better than the goose egg laid by the Hawks in that game. That's true. It scored 11 points in the first quarter. We scored 11. 11 points. That's just disgraceful. 11 points? Are you serious? 11. Barely double digits in a quarter of basketball. Barely double digits. Like, scratch that first quarter. We win that game by 10 or 15 points. If we just show up. Literally just. That was not the team. The team that went out there in the first quarter was not the Hawks. I don't know what team that was. But it was not the Hawks. Not the Hawks I know. They don't score 11 in the first quarter. When we average 33 or 35. We average somewhere in the 30s for the first quarter. And then you go out there and score 11. $11 is bad for high school, like really bad. Cavs game, unacceptable too. Real question is, what's wrong with the Heat? We're 3-4. I mean, y'all just got screwed with your schedule. I mean, every night I see y'all playing like. Hang on. Every night y'all are playing top teams. I don't know how y'all got screwed with that schedule. Give me a second, guys. All right. Look at who the Heat have played. Celtics. They've played the Celtics and the Mavericks in their past 3 games. and they had to play a 2-game series with the Bucks, and they had to open in Orlando. Like, what? It's not even fair. Then they played the Pelicans, 2-game series with the Bucks, Mavericks, Thunder, Celtics. Like, the Heat just got screwed with their schedule on that one. I'll admit it, the Hawks have had it much easier than other teams. Our first 3 were much easier. We had Bulls, now I can't even remember. Hang on. Our first 3 were Bulls, Grizzlies, Pistons. And then Nets, and then Cavs, Knicks, Hornets. And then we play the Hornets again. And then we're going to get absolutely destroyed by the Sixers. That's not going to be fun at all. What area do I live in? Southern area. Florida, Georgia, that area. I'm also a sad Minnesota fan. We had a simpler schedule than most teams have. But we have to play a stupid hard schedule. A super hard 3-game stretch. We have 3 straight road games on the West Coast. We play at Phoenix, at Utah, and at Portland. I mean, come on. That's going to be dangerous. You guys play Hornets back-to-back. Yep, and we should win. We should have won both of them. But we're going to go 1-1 most likely. We have the Wizards in back-to-back games against the 76ers. We play the 76ers on this Monday, I believe. It's not our next game, but it's the game after that, which we're going to get absolutely blitzed. The Knicks are pretty good. I should not have overlooked and disrespected the Knicks like that. I mean, the Knicks have been playing good basketball. Y'all better not sleep on the Knicks. I don't know what got into the Knicks, but they were sick of something, and they were ready. They came to play this season. Let's see if they continue that track. Am I still mad about the young Yeka pick? Not really. I just want to see him play. I did some analysis of that. But, I mean, I need to see him play before I can make my final decision on that. They might make the playoffs yet. I mean, they beat us and they beat Utah. And y'all got Obi Toppin, who I wanted. We could have had him. But we just said nah. We decided to skip out on that. We could have had anyone we wanted. We could have had Denny Avdija. We could have had Obi Top. We could have had anyone we wanted. Of course, we couldn't have Edwards Wiseman or Patrick Williams, but we could have had anyone else. What's going on, NJK20, Karam? Denny Avdija, we could have had Obi Toppin, but no, we picked Onyeka Okongwu. Hopefully, I hope he does good. Oh, I don't even know how to pronounce it. How is it spelled? Advija. Oh, Advija. There it is. Okay. Yeah, that's another thing. Good point, Karam. They had so many wide open shots. So many. Countless, time after time, they had wide open shots. We're lucky they missed a lot of them. Because we We didn't just refuse to guard people? Andrew Thomas, the best tackle in the league. Who's the best tackle in the NFL? I don't know. I would say Andrew Thomas for the time being. Just because I can't think of any other tackles right now. I know it's none of the Falcons tackles, that's for darn sure. Chase Young's a defensive tackle. I think he's talking about offensive tackle. I don't really know a lot of offensive linemen. I'm not good with offensive lineman names. But I know that Andrew Thomas is solid. Zach Martin is the guard for the Cowboys, I believe. Falcons should trade Julio and Matt Ryan, to be honest, and draft a quarterback. I mean, I'm not opposed. You could still get a lot for Julio. Are you going to make the NFL playoff predictions? I might go live for that tomorrow. You definitely have to make my predictions before it happens. See, Julio, he's not like prime Julio right now. Which he's getting old. We're gonna have to accept that. But you could still get a lot for Julio. People want Julio. But back to the Hawks. It's Lloyd Pierce's rotations, the lack of shooting in the past couple of games. Fix the shooting problem. Maybe get McMillan to take over the rotations, or someone else, because Lloyd Pierce is doing a horrendous job with his rotations. He doesn't even know what he's doing. I could coach rotations better than he does. Any coach that puts Solomon Hill and Brandon Goodwin on the court at the same time deserves to be laughed at for his rotations. I mean, they're solid players, but those two players should never be on the court at the same time. What's going on, Infinite One? Alright, peace out, Sports Talk. I'm probably about to end the stream anyway. I'll end it in a couple of minutes. The Hawks do. If we lose Saturday against the Hornets, that'll be even more rage, because that's just not okay. Atlanta has too much talent to not be winning. I agree. Onyeka is not back yet. Nope. I don't know what injury his is. I don't know what injury he has for sure. I think it's his foot, but I don't know exactly what's wrong with it. I know he's at least practicing now, which is good. I know he's at least practicing. I'm pretty sure it's something to do with his foot. All right, you guys, I'm about to end this stream. Tony Snell hasn't played it yet either. He's going to be a solid too. But Tony Snell, Chris Dunn, Gallinari, Onyeka, they all need to get healthy. I wish them all the best. Hope for speedy recoveries. All right, y'all. I'm about to end this stream. Might have content later. Depends. But I'm going to head out, guys. Y'all take care of yourselves. Peace out. Hang on, let me read this from Let's Talk Sports. Oh, yeah, the Francisco Linder. Yeah, that trade was wild. All right, peace out, guys.